With each academics, and check it out, man, because in one of the most interesting news we'll probably cover all week. Now, rapper Lil Wayne, remember he made a whole mixtape, Sorry for the Way 2, crying about the open relationship between him and Birdman Sandusky. Now, pretty much, we all know that young thugger motherfucker who has been an intruder on that relationship came in, swooped in, and stole Mr. Sandusky's heart. Now, like any pretty much bitter ex or girlfriend that finds out they're not the girlfriend but they're the side chick, pretty much the first thing they say is, man, give me all my shit, I bought you. Now if you
got this.
Oh, hold on, my bad. My bad, I was wiping some shit off. Pause. Wait.
Exiting narrator.
What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
C.
What the fuck?
Exiting narrator.
It's not even really snitching. They're just talking about exactly what happened. But somebody said, yo, they killed him up the street for me because he was saying GDK and shit at school. I don't even know why they took it that serious up here, but they killed him last night up the street. Me and my bro ran up, saw him dead. Well, see, this guy already basically said he was a witness. We saw him dead. The girl in the car got hit too. She in the hospital. He was already dead. Goddamn. This shit's getting out of control. Now, first of all, the guy who wrote that comment, fucking idiot. You're putting yourself at the scene now. You're probably the police are gonna find you. The police are gonna fucking find you. Negro, snitch, we already seen you type the comments on Lil Durk Instagram. Now, this is, as I said, it's a very unfortunate. Caught driving under the influence of marijuana. At least that's what they're saying. Police stopped him driving his 2010 Jeep Cherokee, which I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Baphomet rolling in anything but a Ferrari? But anyway, stopped him in his 2010 Jeep Cherokee. He had expired tags, of course. Imagine him reading that fucking notice to go re-register his cars. Then police smelled marijuana, smelled that, of course, that Chirac loud. And then on approaching Baphomet, they arrested him for driving on a suspended license and also with no proof of insurance. So Chief Keef, obviously, he's not reading summons. He's not reading notifications to, hey, maybe you need to renew your insurance, or hey, you need to renew your license. He's not reading none of that. Imagine Chief Keef in a fucking reading challenge. We gotta see this shit. Matter of fact, I'm nominating Chief Keef for a spelling bee contest. I want to see if this nigga could spell the shit that he's saying. We're going to keep it simple. Chief Keef, spell thought. Imagine how he probably like, saying a bunch of mumbling shit. The only thing I've ever heard Chief Keef really say in a non-rapping voice is O-Block, Bang Bang, Squad, Gang. That's it. That's his vocabulary. That's the start and the end. That's fucking it. Even the mom has been speaking to the media. This shit's kind of weird to me because the mom said to the fucking media, and this is some real shit. The mom said to the media, I kind of knew my daughter wasn't coming home. I was like, Shreggy? What? What? But I don't know, man. But apparently the reason why she did it is that the baby wouldn't stop crying. Now, what she did to commit this murder, and this is very graphic and gross, but she went motherfucking Chirac Chainsaw Massacre on the set. Now, I can't say nothing bad about this move. I gotta applaud it. And I will say, man, listen, Young Chop, enjoy California, enjoy LA. Only thing I'll tell you is just watch out for those In-N-Out burgers, because I ain't gonna lie, it's very tasty, and you might have to watch that cholesterol level. But other than that, man, have fun. And definitely, according to the Boston Globe, guy who shot Benzino is not even denying that he shot Benzino. He said, yeah, I bust them guns, but that nigga was threatening me. I was in fear of my life. He said while he was driving behind a hearse in his Bentley drop top leaning back, listening to Tupac Life Goes On, Benzino rolled up to him, rolled his window down, looked at him and said, you got a problem with me? He said as he looked at Benzino to find out what type of funny style shit Benzino was on, Benzino reached for something. Now check this fuckery out, cause you gotta imagine they're driving behind a hearse. This is on a highway, so they're probably going at least 40 miles per hour. He said after he dumped out all the bullets in the clip, he switched guns. Now, if that ain't fuckery, I don't know what is. Nigga, how are you driving in a funeral procession with 2 loaded guns? The fact that this nigga could maintain his lane and his speed while busting some caps and switching guns is amazing. Either he's a trained killer or he's been playing a lot of first-person shooting games. Now, after shooting Benzino with 2 different guns, Benzino was hit twice. One gunshot pierced his arm and the other grazed his back, and a family member helped Benzino drive away. Now, his cousin is saying that Benzino is full of shit, and Benzino knows exactly why he got shot, and it's because he was talking that shit and threatening his life. Now, to keep it real, I could care less what the truth is in this situation. This is just fuckery at its finest. We got a nigga who's riding in the funeral procession with 2 loaded guns. We got Benzino over here that's pulling up making threats behind a hearse. I don't even know if this is just a script for the latest Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reality show or if this is real life. Regardless, I can't wait for Stevie J to climb out the casket and say, "Who trying to get on my bus?" This is fuckery at its finest, but I want you guys to get kept it slow. But then, as it stepped up, it gradually got to the point where before a track meet, 2 days before a track meet, the teen got bold enough to ask Mostella if he could have sex with her because it will quote unquote improve his throwing ability during the track meet. Now, the thing is, Paige Mostella actually agreed. She said, listen, if I suck your dick, you probably get a little medal or whatever the case is, one of these little track meets. Now, apparently the boy fucked her right inside of her office with his jacket hanging in the window of the door. This is some real shit. This chick is a humanitarian. Now, so they did this that no one could see, and apparently the teen did this a couple of other times. So they fucked on numerous occasions. Now, apparently Paige did know that this boy was 17 and still keep fucking him. But Paige, the great humanitarian that she is, she didn't only give out fellatio, vaginal and anal pleasure love to this kid. She actually even stepped it up once he turned 18. Paige even bought him True Religion jeans, bought him Jordans, and an entire outfit just that he could be studying on the rest of the hoes in the school. Come on, damn it. Now, she even told him that, listen, she could lose her job. She had to let him know how serious their relationship was and how serious she liked sucking his dick. Because she said, listen, I could lose my job by doing this shit, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. We got to keep this in secrecy. And of course, they would talk on the phone long hours, even after school. Now, the person that undoubtedly loses in this whole thing is her husband. And you can see his picture. He looks like some type of simp. And while he was home doing whatever the fuck he was doing, his wife was getting donkey fucked by some type of 17-year-old. Come on now, step it up. Step your stroke game up. Now, the relationship lasted until fall 2013. And now you're probably wondering, how the fuck did this shit get? This sounds like a sweet deal. You offer me this? Really? You're probably going to help me get good grades? You're going to give me fellatio, let me fuck you all the time, and buy me clothes? And all I got to do is just keep it on the DL and I can fuck you inside your office? Sign me up. Now, the way that this guy, of course the kid snitched, right? Of course he just fucking snitched on the teacher like all these bitch-made niggas are. What he did, or actually what happened, is that the kid was actually on probation. And one of the part of his probation requirements is that he has to take a polygraph test. Now, while he was taking a polygraph test, he actually admitted that he was fucking a teacher at the fucking high school. Now, I mean, I don't know how polygraph tests even go. I don't know how accurate they are, but damn it, nigga, lie. Lie. Fucking lie. Now, he doesn't care because after he admitted it, he gave full details. She was then arrested. She's going to be held on some felonies. And now I'm over here thinking like, God damn it, these teachers are giving the pussy to all the wrong people. To the fools that don't even deserve it. And if you look at it, she's not a bad looking chick. This guy was 17, couldn't handle the harsh reality of getting pussy at such a young age. He snitched on himself and he snitched on her. The real robbery, okay? Now, two things that Chief Keef has probably never heard of, and he's probably listening right now, so I'll probably introduce him to it. Number one is contraceptives. My nigga, use a goddamn condom. If not a lifestyle, use a Magnum. Jesus Christ. But still, if it's not that, he's definitely not heard about pulling out, okay? I mean, at this point, I'm even starting to wonder, like, damn, Chief Keef ain't pulling out of shit. I mean, if the ops rolled up right now, would he even pull out his pistol? Because he's not pulling shit out, okay? After all your behavior on the actual video, first of all, you stayed on camera after they said it was going to a blog. Then, you didn't leave multiple times after they said leave. And then you continued to stay on camera after you fixed your lopsided weave and then shouted out your weak Instagram page. Now, if Judge AKADEMIKS was presiding the court where this case of slander was presented to me, I'd award this thought 2 nosebleed concert tickets, a couple strands of Brazilian Virgin Remy weave, and a rush card. Nothing else. But enough of this. Old Brooklyn boy was shot in the leg after he cut a line of customers who was waiting at Foot Locker to buy a $250 pair of Air Yeezys. Now, the story reads that this boy was shot outside of Foot Locker on Knickerbocker Avenue. The irony, how many L's could the Knicks or New York take for 2014? And he was shot in Bushwick about 6 a.m. And he and other customers walked outside just for a chance to buy a pair of Nike Foamposites Pro Air Yeezy shoes. After the boy cut in line, one of the customers left and returned with one of those can't leave home without Negro accessories called a handgun. He's a registered sexual offender under Megan's Law. Now, how the hell are you going to have a sexual offender deliver you God's word? Really? After you caught him playing with niggas' balls, sucking out little boy semen in 2006, you entrust him with delivering the good word? In 2010, 2011, after he did this the first time, he put out a book. This flaming fruitcake put out a book called Freedom from Homosexuality. No longer living the lie. Obviously, he was still living the lie because he was following dudes afterwards. Now, Denitra and Jessica. I'm not meeting up with nobody named Denitra and Jessica unless we in a public place. Come on. And of course, these hood rat bitches thinking, oh, this nigga's stupid. Turn up. And they just speed off. However, the man's hand was caught in the car and he was being dragged. They thought if they, of course, increase the speed, he'll somehow get loose from his hand being stuck in between the window of the car. Yes, he did fall out, but he fell out and then he got ran over by the vehicle. If you look at the photo of him in the hospital, it says that the tire of the vehicle was rubbing across his face so much, and also his face was rubbing on the hard asphalt ground so long that the skin there is completely gone. They won't, as I said, they won't release the name of the victim because obviously it's for privacy matters, and also this guy is scarred for the rest of his life. But the idiocy of Denitra and Jessica didn't even stop there. You just committed a crime. You almost killed someone who you didn't even check to see if he was alive after the fact. And of course you couldn't care less because you're just trying to turn up with Hov, right? You just trying to sing niggas in Paris. You trying to pop that pussy for a real nigga at the Jay-Z concert. Now, I'm going to definitely give this marriage about 2 years to last, even though there has been some quick marriages that has lasted. For example, Nick Cannon, Mariah Carey. I thought they'd be a wrap by now, but they lasted. We remember what happened to, I believe, Khloe Kardashian and also Lamar Odom. They only knew each other apparently 30 days before they got married. Look what happened next. Lamar Odom is the current form of Tyrone Bixby. He's chasing crack boulders all over the goddamn world. And I imagine how that baby's gonna come out. That baby might come out crying in autotune. Like, imagine a Ciara and Future baby. It might come out crying in autotune. You never know. And also, do you guys remember when people used to say that Ciara was a hermaphrodite? What happened to those? What happened to all those people? What happened to people that said they had proof? Because, just wait, and I want to hear what you guys got to say. Are we gonna wait until he has a Kevin Terry moment where we actually catch him sucking on a cock? We actually catch him in the act where a penis is playing tennis with his tonsils? Is that back taxes? He was getting rehabilitated into society through a halfway house, and he was gonna be on some type of home monitoring afterwards. Now, as I said, the dude even had a fucking ankle bracelet. I mean, come on. I mean, listen, Hov, you gotta throw your man Siegel a bone, B. Throw him a lifeline, B. Don't Rock Nation need some bounces or something? Don't Beyonce need some niggas to open up as performers? Now, apparently, Siegel was also shot in 2006 in Philly, and you're getting the drift here, right? These fucking elder rappers aren't doing too good. Beanie Siegel getting shot in 2014, Busta falling off stage and busting his lip, Benzino getting shot just for a reality show. These niggas better start investing that label advance money in some 401ks and Roth IRAs. Shit's no joke, dog. This shit's no joke. And now, that shit is cool, it's powerful, but it ain't powerful as getting a dick out here in these streets. I'm gonna let you know right now, if Rich Homie Quan, and he tried to, Rich Homie Quan was on the video you saw, talking about, listen, oh yeah, I could certify it was a bird. Well, I'm like, whoa there. Now, Rich Homie Quan, at least at this point, is probably the last nigga you need to be backing you up in a conversation about a possible transsexual. I mean, Rich Homie Quan is the same person that calls another man lover, baby, boo, hubby. I don't think that's the guy you need his cosign at this point.